Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another meal prep video. So today I made a Southwest chicken and a Korean chicken. Both of these are made to be like meal prep bowls. So I also have some side dishes that go along with those, so I will share those with you too. And I have a coffee muffin, which is a brand new recipe that I came up with. So let's get into the video. So the first thing I'm going to work on is the Korean chicken. I need to get it marinating for at least 30 minutes. So for the marinade, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of tamari, 2 tablespoons of sugar-free maple syrup. The recipe called for honey, but I did not have any. 1 tablespoon of ginger. I'm using this minced ginger. You need 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. So you're just going to put that in a bowl, mix it all together. And then I have about 5 chicken breasts here, and I'm just going to pour the marinade over that and then let it sit for about 30 minutes. Normally I would put this in a Ziploc bag, but I don't have any, and so I have to use a bowl. Now, once the chicken has been marinating for at least 30 minutes, you're going to want to either grill it on a grill if you have a grill, or you could do it in an air fryer, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my air fryer for at least 2 or 3 minutes, and then go ahead and cook my chicken at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Flip it, and then I cooked it for another 5 minutes on the other side. The cooking time is definitely going to depend on your air fryer, but just cook it at 400 degrees and try it at 15 minutes and see where it goes from there. So to go along with the Korean chicken, I need to make some rice. So I'm using this Jasmine brown rice, and I'm going to cook it in my pressure cooker. So I'm just taking a cup of this rice, adding in a cup and a half of water, and then I'm going to cook it at 15 minutes on high pressure and then let it natural release for 5 minutes. And this is what it looks like when it comes out. This makes the perfect rice every single time. And lastly, to go with the Korean chicken bowls, I'm going to make a slaw. So I have this Savoy cabbage that I'm going to chop up. Also, to go into the coleslaw, I'm going to chop up some cilantro, which I will also be using for a couple other things throughout this meal prep. And then I'm going to add some green onion, and then also add some red onion. So I'm going to chop all those up and then put my slaw together. So to put the slaw together, I am just putting the Savoy cabbage in a bowl, and then I'm adding in some of this already pre-shredded coleslaw mix, which has green cabbage and red cabbage and some carrots. So I'm going to add that in there. I'm going to add in some of the cilantro and some of the green onions and some of the red onion. And then I'm just going to mix that all together. When I do have this for lunch, I'm going to add in some of this sesame ginger dressing from Newman's Own, which I love. So I'm going to use that as my dressing, but I'm not going to put it on there right now because it will make the coleslaw soggy. So the next bowl I'm going to work on is the Southwest chicken bowl. So first I need to make my Southwest seasoning. So in the seasoning you want 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, some salt and pepper, and 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So you're just going to mix that all together, and then you're going to take your chicken and you're just going to make a rub. So you're just going to rub it all over both sides of the chicken, and you're going to kind of let that sit for at least 30 minutes. So after it's been sitting for 30 minutes, you want to go ahead and cook that again, either in your oven, on a grill, or in your air fryer. So I have 2 air fryers, so I'm going to cook this in my other air fryer, and I'm going to do it also at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. So to go along with the Southwest chicken, I'm going to make some salsa quinoa. So you need 1 cup of rinsed quinoa. And to that, I'm adding in 2 cups of chicken bone broth that I had in my freezer. And you can also use water for this. And then you just want a little bit of salt as well. And you want to go ahead and bring this to a boil, turn it down to simmer, put the lid on it, and let it cook for about 15 minutes until all the water has been absorbed. And then after that, your quinoa is all cooked, you're going to take 1/2 cup of salsa, use any kind you like, and you just stir that into the quinoa, and there you go, salsa quinoa. And the last component for this Southwest chicken bowl is going to be some corn. So I have a can of this roasted corn, and to that I'm adding in some of my homemade taco seasoning. I will have the recipe down below. And then also I'm adding in a little bit of cilantro in there, and that is it. This is really simple to go with the rest of the Southwest chicken bowl. And the last thing that I'm going to prep today is going to be some coffee muffins. So I came up with this recipe, just kind of popped into my head when I was working on my coffee video, and it is so good. You guys will love it. So you want to take a box of this sugar-free cake mix, and then you want to add in 1/3 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. This is in place of the oil. You want to add in 3 eggs. And you want to add in some coffee. So you're going to do 8 ounces of strong brewed coffee, and this is in place of the water. And then you want to add in some cinnamon. Just stir this up, and then lastly, I'm adding in 1 packet of instant espresso ground coffee. So you can use any kind you like. You don't even have to add this in, but it just adds that little extra punch coffee taste to these muffins. So just stir it all up and then put them in your muffin tin. You're going to cook these at 350 degrees for 20 minutes, and they are amazing. I will have the point breakdown down below because I don't have it all figured out yet, but it made 20 muffins. Hi guys, so here is the final meal prep. So normally I would be putting this all together into meal prep containers, but because I don't work next week, I don't need to do that. So I'm going to show you how I will be pairing all the different components together for a meal. Also, stay tuned on Thursday. I will have 2 full days of eating where I will show you how I put these all together. So stay tuned for that video too. So let's go through everything. So here is that Korean chicken. So I will just take a piece of that, slice it up into little pieces. And then on the side, I will have some of this coleslaw that I put together, along with that sesame ginger dressing that I showed you. That's what I will be putting on that. And then also have a serving of this rice. So I'm not sure how much of the rice I will have. It'll just depend on how many points I have for the day, because I'm not sure on the point breakdown for the rice, but I will have that down in the description box. So this will be one of my lunches this week. Then the other lunch will be the Southwest chicken. So I have the Southwest chicken here, which looks very black because of the seasoning, but I promise it's not burnt. So I will take a piece of that, slice it up, and then have it paired with this corn, which I did add some seasoning to, and some cilantro, and it was already roasted corn to begin with. So I'll have some of that, and then I'll have a serving of quinoa. Again, it'll just depend on my points for the day, how much of the quinoa I have, and I will have a breakdown of the points of the quinoa below, and this is the salsa quinoa. So that will be meal number 2. I have my coffee muffins here, which turned out fantastic. They tasted so good. So I will have the points for those down in the description box because I haven't figured that out yet. And then those are just the few things that I cut up to put into the coleslaw, but I will also have it for salads and stuff throughout the week. So there was everything that I meal prepped for this week. I have a whole playlist of all my meal prep videos. I will put it here on the screen. Also, please subscribe if you have not already done so, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload videos, and I'll see you in a couple days in another video. Bye guys!